Hello, guys. So I thought, whilst I'm mixing somebody's project at the moment, I thought I would do a mixing masterclass, if you like. I thought I would just show how I approach mixing, and hopefully this can help you guys, especially with shoegaze, experimental kind of mixing. At the moment, this client of mine has a kind of noise rock, electronic, shoegaze based sound style, which I really like. Yeah, dream pop, bedroom lo-fi. Some of the songs are a bit sort of bedroom lo-fi, early Tame Impala, Mac DeMarco. But then he's also got MBV, all the obvious kind of shoegaze stuff, Lily's Medicine influence in there. It's also got like slow dive, Pygmalion influence, Talk, that kind of thing, Spirits of Eden. But he's got Aphex Twin influences in there. Radiohead Kid A kind of influences with the Bell synthesizer sound. But anyway, so I'm just gonna find his file. So I've mixed about 4 or 5 already for this album. The next one I'm gonna do is Shining. I'm gonna do Sights next, actually. Hold on, I might need to undo these zip files. So it's yeah. So I downloaded them individually because he shared them via Drive, although the early ones were WeTransfer, so that's what just confused me. Sorry about the hesitation, guys. All right, so yeah, Sights. Sample rate 48K, which is what we're going for because it's going to be a digital release first and foremost. When I send it to the master and engineer, then they can provide the different formats. So I'm not too bothered about that at the moment. So yeah, start a new project. Just drag all this in. And nicely all aligns itself, which is great. My client did a great job of really not just recording it at a really high fidelity, making sure everything is sounding great and the tones are great, the EQ is great. He's done that very well, but he's also lined it all up in sync really well too. So it just makes my life a hell of a lot easier. So obviously the first thing I do is just get a feel for the track, just play it. Don't know if you guys are going to hear it, but so I'm just going to put these headphones on now. I don't want to give the track away, so I'm just going to put this down. I tried to mix around 85 decibels, which is the kind of the optimum level to listen at, where you get that flat frequency response. If you turn it up too loud, you just get too disorientated with the sound. Whereas if it's too low, then too low in volume, then it's you're obviously not getting the treble or bass that well. So I like to mix at 85 decibels. So I'm a Studio One user. Got a Quantum over there, my new interface. Although I'm not actually using it at the moment because I don't need the reamping features or auto gain. I normally use my Quantum if I'm actually recording myself, actually plugging the guitar in. But at the moment, I'm finding the Motu still the best really for mixing, just because the Quantum, I think because I've got an i3 processor, it's kind of not, it kind of freezes quite a lot. It's not really working to its optimum level. So I've gone back to the Motu for now until I find a solution. But I will make another video where I compile all my different experiments using the Quantum, which is tucked away in there, is underneath all this stuff. But yes, I will do another video in the near future where I demonstrate what it can do with its auto gain feature, the reamping feature, and the sort of the Fender engineered quality of the inputs. So using Shift and Y, I can put the insert markers in there. And another start one comes up for some reason, so you've got to drag it right there on top of the other one. I'm not sure why, but it sort of comes up twice. Okay, so I had a good listen of that, and it's pretty like stagnant all the way through. There's no like big dynamic jumps to contend with, so therefore I can really approach this mix like I don't have to do much automation really, because if you got dynamic shifts, then I normally automate where I turn, I bypass a reverb or I bypass the compression or EQ, because you kind of have to adapt to the dynamics of the song. But because this is kind of it's like a stagnant kind of dirge all the way through, pretty much a one chord song by the sounds of it, I can sort of leave it, once I got the settings right, I can leave them be. So I want to start off with kind of soloing stuff, just to hear stuff really clearly. So I mean, already I can see that the main track there, just visually, is really pushing it with the volumes. So yeah, I want to start off with turning everything down to -18. That's an optimum level, because once the master boosts it, I need to leave the master a lot of headroom. So you start off around -18 to be on the safe side. Every single individual channel. Yeah, so visually I can see this might be a problem, that's probably too loud. You can see the waveforms are being cut off at the top, so it's clipping. So I want to make the regional gain kind of even throughout the whole mix. So we got a very lo-fi vocal there, where it's very like 3K, kind of mid-rangey, so it sounds a bit like a tannoy, a megaphone kind of sound. I think that's where his lo-fi bedroom pop influence is coming in. Yeah, so like if you look at the EQ here for this channel, might be worth around the 3K area, just notching it, changing the key there. And then sort of boosting more to try and brighten it up. I want to tackle the kind of 5K area. I think if I bypass that, it's already sounding a lot clearer. So we got this with a really extreme reverb on this. Really extreme reverb and delay on that. So there's not much I can do to sort of take that off. So I guess he's going for that real inside effect, going for that buried vocal effect. I'm gonna have to raise this up a bit. Definitely needs compression. I'm just trying to get the vocals on like a level playing field with the rest of the mix. About -6. The ratio of 1.1 to 3. That's normally a really good golden rule. 1 to 3. Make sure the threshold is turned down so it's peaking around -6. The gain reduction's -6. You don't want it to be any more than that. So create a loop so I'm not having to wind it back all the time. Put the input gain up a bit. The makeup gain, I mean. I can afford to put the makeup gain up now that I've set all this correctly. Let's try putting the compression on the other one as well, the same thing, but on this channel. So yeah, that's already cropped the vocals up to a really good level now. So now I'm looking at the guitars. There's a real strong flange on one of the channels, at least one of the channels. This one's where the strongest flange is on this channel, really cutting through the mix. This is more of the jangle strum. This one's more sort of 50%, where the flange is kind of 50% mixed in with the chorus guitar. So I would like to give it a bit more life, really. I think I could do some... But what I want to do now is add automation to that channel, to that reverb. So just bypass, and what I do is I just want it turned on at the end, so I just do that. So that no, I do that and then put it on near the outro. quite like a compressor at the end of the chain. So what I do now is automation with the pedal board. So I won't activate it until the outro. So I put it the same as when the reverb kicks in, same points. Yeah, there, look, so it all comes in at the same time. And then what I'll do now is do a bit of writing. So this is what I like to do. Yeah, so you can hear. Gonna need to start that again. Remember to always go back to read, because you will lose the data else. But I'm going to try that one again because I wasn't quite ready actually. So the bypass happens. So right, so I need to write from here, okay? So then I select bar pedal, and then we go. Obviously, go back to the board. Go back to the board, and now I write. Need to go back a little bit. Right, okay. So now I'm writing the wah pedal in. So let's try again. Right here we go. Doing it in a rhythmic kind of way. So. So on the beats, I'm making sure that this is going. I'm making sure on the beat that it's either ultra right or it's ultra left. So done that, and then we go back to the press read, and then it saves that automation. Likewise, now I can do the distortion, the rat pedal, the rat clone. So it starts about here. You can tell when the reverb kicks in because it just suddenly really changes tone, becomes incredibly wet. The mix becomes incredibly wet. So watch. I can mess around with the filter here. There we go. I'm going to try that again. Oh, hold on. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I lost track of where I was in the song. Right, here we go. Now I can do it. This is the bit where it bypasses. Now I can write it all in and just go crazy with this. Just going to try that again. Okay, back to read. Yeah, so there's a little indication of what you can do there with some good techniques. Cheers. Thanks for watching.